Shane and Katie are two junior actuaries who are working on bioethical pharmaceuticals findings in relation to data on a potential COVID-19 vaccination and its effectiveness. Katie discovers an issue with the data such that it is overestimating the true effectiveness of the vaccination, which is due to release to the public later that day. Katie consults her fellow junior actuary Shane, who tries to hijack her findings and take full credit for the work which he has done.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you getting on with that piece of work and the analysis of the vaccination I left you last week?
Good, yeah. I've been looking through the numbers and I think there could be a bit of a problem, but I could be wrong. Did you get the email I sent you? What do you think? You probably know more than me.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it now. Yeah, you're right, Katie, this is huge. If I break the news, I'll be the talk of the company. Everyone will know who I am and I'll surely be able to move on to bigger and better things. Okay, Katie, I'm going to speak to the head pricing manager and tell him about our findings. It's probably best if you let me take it from here. I'm sure you don't mind. After all, I've worked here longer than you and he'll probably expect me to be the one to tell him. Besides, I'm sure you don't need any credit for a discovery. You're only a junior employee.
Yeah, maybe. I don't mind coming too, just so they can ask me any questions they might have.
Yeah, but no one will take you seriously. You've only been working here a few months and I'll be able to answer any questions they have about our findings. Besides, Colin is more comfortable with me anyways. He knows me better after all.
Okay, Shane. Whatever you think is best. I'm sure you're right anyways.
Yeah, I'm just going to email Colin now.
Later that day, Shane and Katie present the discovery to Colin, the head actuary of the firm, and John, the majority shareholder of Bioethical Pharmaceuticals. This meeting is held over a Zoom call due to government restrictions to try to prevent further spread of the virus. Colin, as an experienced actuary, sees the main concern for public health and society as a whole. On the other hand, John can only see the negative impact of the news on the share price of the firm. Whose voice will win out? Hi guys, I got the email with your findings, Shane. Great work. I must say I was very impressed with yourself.
Well, actually, Colin, I was the one that
Thanks very much, Colin. You can always count on me. This is great for my career and I'm sure you'll take it into account when you start thinking of year-end bonuses.
Of course. Anyway, let's get into the issue straight away. We don't have much time before that press release later.
Look, guys, as you know, I'm not an actuary like yourselves, and we try to keep this in, the simplest terms and avoid being overly technical.
Yeah, of course, John. Basically, in short, we find an issue with the data.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. I found that the vaccination we produced for COVID-19 is actually only 80% effective instead of 90%.
But sure, that's only 10%. Does that even matter?
John, you have to realize that affects 100 out of every 1,000 people. That's double the error we thought we had originally.
Colin, I thought we said we'd keep it simple. I don't really understand all that. I just know that this would be a huge loss to me. I mean, the company. The negative press will destroy the share price of the company.
Are you saying that we should not release my findings? I've already started drafting my speech to announce my findings to the press.
No, of course not. We have to release the findings. We have to prioritize public health over the profits of the company. What do you think, Katie?
Yeah, I agree with you, Colin. We have to prioritize public health.
You don't know what you're talking about, Katie. How long have you even been working here?
Yeah, I suppose you'd know better than me with all your experience.
Exactly. Colin, you were hired to increase shareholder wealth, not to be a hero. I'm the one paying your hefty salary, not the public. Think about the huge bonus you'll get from the success of this piece of business.
No, John, that's just a shallow narrative. You're only thinking about yourself. You have to think of the bigger picture and the impact on society as a whole. We're thinking about changing lives of millions, if not billions of people. This vaccination will be giving people a false sense of security and ultimately could be the difference between life and death. Guys, back me up here. You must agree with me on this one.
Yeah, of course. I definitely think we should tell everyone about my great work. I've really been slaving away the last few days, and it's only right that my findings are recognised. And obviously, if this saves lives, that is a good side effect.
Yeah, I guess that's true, Colin. I mean, I'm not really too sure.
You're just agreeing with everyone, Katie. Well, look, Colin, I'm the majority shareholder. You don't really have a whole lot of choice in the matter. It is up to me to decide what the firm does.
I couldn't live with the guilt, John. Human life is far more important than profit. I'm not going to be held responsible for your greed to make money.
Who do you think you are to speak to me like that? If you are not going to do what I tell you, I can easily find someone who will.
But my conscience is clean. I have to do what is right. In the end, I had to do what was right. I stood up to the brute and was not afraid to revolutionize. I went straight to the press and made my team's findings public for the greater good of society as a whole. This came at a huge cost, however, as I was soon fired from the company as John was the majority shareholder. Yet I quickly went on to bigger and better things, becoming the newly appointed head actuary of a rivalry firm.